Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about something that I deal a lot with over the past 10 years, and that's car accidents. I'm a chiropractor, so you can imagine I see a lot of car accidents. I've probably treated thousands of them. I don't know how many, but a lot. So usually a few a week come through my door. Let me tell you about basically what happens in a car accident. Even a low-level car accident can be very dangerous to the human body, and that's because the ligaments in the spine, which I'll show you here. This is the neck, and the neck is normally curved. So if you're in an impact, what happens is the head comes forward like this and then comes back, and it's like cracking a whip, and that's why it's called a whiplash injury. So what happens is all the little bones in my neck go like that, and the bones in the spine can shift out of position. These are like vertebrae, and they shift, and when they shift they can shear the disc between them, or they can tear right through the ligament, and it only takes 4 miles an hour to cause a permanent injury to a ligament, or what can become permanent. And that's because the human body was only designed to withstand about a 4 mile an hour impact. It wasn't designed to get into cars, drive 40 miles an hour and crash into each other. That's something we decided to do relatively recently, considering that humans have been on Earth approximately 2 million years, and we've only started driving cars about 50, 60 years ago. So the average person, this is true, the average person, if he lives to be 80, will be in 4 to 5 car accidents. The average American. So that, if you think about cumulatively, there's damage every time you get into one. Over the course of a lifetime, it adds up, and especially if they're untreated, which is why if you get into even a low impact motor vehicle injury, you need to get checked. And they don't do this kind of checking in an emergency room. Typically in an emergency room, when you go there, they're going to look for a fracture on the x-ray, or they're going to look for cancer. And if you don't have that, they're going to move you out of the ER, and it's because the job of the ER physician is to triage. It's not to treat misalignments in the spine. They don't even consider that because it's long-term damage, and they're looking for something that can kill you in the next 24 hours. Which is why the ER is not always it's a good place to go if initially, but it's not a good place to go to detect misalignments in the spine, because the ER physicians aren't trained to do that. You need to see a licensed chiropractor after going to the ER, who can also evaluate your x-rays for misalignments and possible long-term damage, degeneration, arthritis can occur, and that stuff can be prevented early on before it balloons down the road. So I'm Dr. Linninger, and if you get into an impact, in an injury, you can call me or another chiropractor in your area. My office is 703-396-7770. Thanks, and have a great day.